Hello and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Modded Edition, all the mods 6 on Nyxus Gaming. That was kind of a long title, but all you need to know is this is modded Minecraft in the mod pack, all the mods 6. I've done multiple mods throughout this series. I've done Botania, Astral Sorcery, Blood Magic was the last one I did, a little Tinker's Construct, and did I mention Twilight Forest? I think I did. Also, mystical agriculture. But there are some things that I have done to this world since our last episode, so let me go over those first. Just so you guys aren't like surprised when things are in different spots. I think the biggest and most obvious thing is I have torn down the mystical agriculture farm that was right here, and it is now all in this small little building here. I think it was here last time, but this time I've changed the hopper pots, or the botany pots, into hopper botany pots. And all this means now is that they will just automatically harvest as they grow, which means I have infinite materials as long as I give this stuff time and I don't have to harvest or lift a finger to do so. Say I need some unobtainium. Wow, that's a lot of unobtainium, but what about vibranium? Don't need that seed. That's a lot of vibranium. Yeah, these only work off of one seed. They automatically replant. So I have no need for any of the seeds that pop up, which means they might take up a slot. That's fine. I'm still getting plenty otherwise. Even all the modium here. There's another seed. Get rid of that. Got plenty of that. And you may notice some of this stuff in the back, it's not harvesting at all. That's because these chests are already full back here. Except for those. Get rid of those seeds. And there we go. Now it's just starting to grow again because now there is an open slot here. So you saw there was 3 there. Once this reaches 100%, it automatically harvests. And now there are 5. So good stuff going on in here. I also have all the inferium set up back here. I think that is 9 chests full of inferium. So won't be running low on materials anytime soon. That is the biggest change. The biggest one. I've rearranged this area a little bit. I got rid of the magic tower that was right here because I needed room for the witherproof area. And I moved the chests around a little bit. The enchanting area is here. That's all the vanilla stuff right there. Easy peasy. Tinker's Construct, I moved up here to get it out of the way of that. I figured it'd be nice on a peak overlooking everything else. And Twilight Forest wasn't here last time. I gave it its own little section in the forest here. Other than that, I pretty much took all of our extra dirt and our dirt essence to make more dirt, and I dirted up this entire river that was here because it was just a little bit out of place to me. So now, ideally, the forest will expand through all of here, and it'll be in a nice little kind of hole in the ground on a lower elevation here. Of course, this is way too flat for my liking here, so I may smooth that out, make it look better. And the idea is to do the same over here, fill all of this in with dirt to about right here, and smooth it out and do something with it. You can see here, this is about where I ran out of the dirt, so I still need a lot more. But enough of that, let's get on to the exciting stuff. Now, before I start a major mod, I always like to take a look at the tips and tricks menu and do something from here. We're going to ignore this because this really doesn't do anything for us. I have no idea what Zycraft even is. Today we're going to make the morphing tool. And basically this allows us to store multiple tools in one, and it automatically morphs into a mod's main tool when you look at a block from that mod. So say you need a wrench or something from a engineering craft or whatever it's called. I don't know. I'm a magic guy. You just look at an engineering craft block. I know that's not the name. With the morphing tool, and it'll become the wrench. That's the basic idea. I know that's completely wrong, but that's the idea. So that's what we're going to start off and make today. It's easy enough. It's 2 iron and then a green, blue, and a red dye. Alright, now the fun part, remembering how I have all of this sorted out. We'll need a poppy, a cornflower, that's that and that. I need a green. I do not see anything that can get me a green here. We'll come back to that. Where's my iron, though? There it is. 2 of those. Okay. That's the red. That's the blue. Do I really not have any cactus? I don't. That is a little upsetting. That's why we have this area. Let's see. Where is the dye? That's mystical flower. Dye should be... Is that... Yeah, that's dye crop right there. Don't need that in there. We'll take 3. That should be enough. And let's see. How do I make green? Just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Hopefully these don't have to be in a specific order. They do not. We have now made the morphing tool. And again, I have no idea how this thing really works. We'll get to know it in the coming episodes. But I'm assuming I probably need the actual tool, right? So Wand of the Forest is for Botania. It needs to... Okay. That is a Botania thing. Maybe I don't know how to use it. It'll automatically morph into a mods tool when looking at a block from that mod. You must add tools via crafting. Okay. So, via crafting... Ah, that throws it in there, I guess. Botania, Wand of the Forest. So now... Oh, it does just automatically change. Look at that. And it still shows the morphing tool. Okay. Now, can I do it with a blood magic thing? I don't know what I would need from here to add into it. I actually don't need anything from there. Maybe astral sorcery. It'd probably be the resonating wand that I want to craft into this baby. Okay, so that does not work. Maybe I need to, like... Okay, there we go. That reset it. No, I cannot put the resonating wand into it. And it doesn't tell me what I can put into it. I don't know. It'll be a learning process with that thing, just to see what we can add into it and whatnot. But so far, I like the idea of it. Now then, we've done our tips and trick for the new mod. What mod are we going to be working on now? Well, today we are going to be starting Ars Nouveau. I've never done this mod before, but it looks like it basically gives you spell books and a bunch of different spells through glyphs and stuff. Gives you like 3 different armor sets. And there's like some enchanting you can do, some rituals. Very fun stuff. So let's go ahead and start it off here. Complete the first task. We're going to get a worn notebook and a Lady Lexi Minecraft skull. Alright, the worn notebook is what we're going to want to start with. We're going to do our Ars Nouveau stuff right over here for now. We'll go ahead and place that down. And this is already a lot to take in. Let's just start with getting started. Spellcasting. We need to obtain a spell book that'll let us create, store, and cast spells using mana. Okay. So that's to craft our first spell and all that. You know what? That's a lot of stuff to take in right now. I had a plan for how I wanted to do this. I think I wanted to make the armor first. So it's divided into Novice, Mage, and Archmage. Same with the spell books, Novice, Mage, Archmage. And I believe these are tiered the same way, Novice, Mage, Archmage. It's different kind of clay, but you can look at it. This needs marvelous clay, which needs magic clay, which needs the basic stuff. So it's all tiered off. We're just going to work on the first tier stuff first, starting with the armor. We need mage bloom, fiber, which is grown from seeds crafted using the enchanting apparatus. So we actually need to turn over here and make this. So let's look into some enchanting. Wow, that was easy. Enchanting apparatus. Okay, we need to make one of these things. We need some arcane stone, 4 iron, and a diamond. That's just 8 stone with a source gem. I have already separated out all my Ars Nouveau stuff into these chests here. We'll just grab all of that and we'll move it here. Place this down. I don't know what most of this stuff does. I figured we would just learn along the way. I know I need one of those. And I need some stone. Some stone, stone, stone. Which would be somewhere. Can it be any? Let's just use the soapstone. Alright, so that was just that, surrounded by that. To get some arcane stone. And then we needed some iron. We have no diamonds. No diamonds at all. But actually, if I can find them, I don't have any of this labeled anymore. So it's a little bit of an issue finding where it is, but there we go. Get rid of those seeds. We're going to make ourselves some diamonds. I did that terribly, but there we go. All right. I figured this first episode, I'll just dive in, make some stuff, and then I'll read up on it in between episodes so we actually know what we're doing. It was something like this, right? What am I missing? Oh, the diamond's in the wrong spot. Okay. It's actually like this. That makes us an enchanting apparatus, and we're just going to place that down here. An arcane core must be placed beneath this block. All right, well, let's look up an arcane core. Arcane core. Okay, not too bad. We're going to need a little bit more arcane stone. That's fine. And we're going to need some gold. It was over here. We'll use some good old dark stone for this. Okay, we might as well just make as much as we need. I don't have the source gems in my inventory. We got plenty of them, though. So like I said, let's just make as much as we can with this set here. Can I finish it off with this? I can. There we go. Okay. So it was like this, correct? Yes, an arcane core. So that needs to go underneath this. And now something about a recipe. All right, we're trying to make mage bloom fiber. Let's see. Apparatus crafting. Used for crafting special machines, curios, and equipment used to progress in Ars Nouveau. Crafting requires up to 8 arcane pedestals, an arcane core, and the enchanting apparatus block. Once you have set up your apparatus, you should craft your first mana bloom seed. Okay, so we need the pedestals, I'm assuming. Any number of arcane pedestals nearby with their items. Once you have filled the pedestals, use the middle item on the enchanting apparatus block, and it requires an arcane core. So we're going to need 8 of these, I guess. I guess not all of them need 8. Yeah, we technically only need 4 for this one. But we might as well make 8, right? So we're going to need 7 times 8. That's what, 56? We still need more stone. Oh, I get the feeling we're going to be going through a lot of stone. That's fine. We got like a whole other thing of soapstone here that we can run through. Okay. So we need 8 of these. Bada bing, bada boom, easy as that. We're just completing quests and I'm ignoring them. We've already completed these first 3 here. We got the apparatus, the pedestals, and the arcane cores here. Okay, that's good stuff. I'm not even paying attention, but we're doing it right. I guess the idea, there's not a specific placement for these, but I'm going to assume the idea is to just place them around it. So like put the core there, the apparatus there, and the pedestals just like this. So they're all touching, right? Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. So I think I saw how to actually make the thing. We got to put 4 of these in. And then I think we need a seed. So we find a seed. I think it can be any seed. And we put this in there. Oh, it's doing something. And that looks like a Mage Bloom seed. We have made a Mage Bloom seed. That is our first step to making the armor. Let's see. Magically infused flower. Provide additional source to nearby source links as they grow, blah, blah, blah. Provide a source of Mage Bloom fiber. They can be used in crafting potions of spell damage, increasing the damage of your spell. All right, so I'm guessing we want to grow this thing. Would it be in resources? Mage Bloom seed, we already read it. Okay. Yeah, so we want to grow this thing. I'm assuming it needs to be next to water. So let's grab some water. And we'll plant this bad boy right about here. Let's see. Where is my tool belt button? Right here. Let's extract that and plant that. Put that back and we'll grab the watering can. I'm assuming this is going to work and grow this faster. Although it doesn't seem to be. Oh, maybe it is. It just went from 28 to 42 pretty fast. I honestly can't tell if this is working faster. Here, how many of these are we going to need? I get the feeling we're going to need a lot. So we'll probably get the Mage Bloom from one harvest of this, and that'll get us 4 fibers. And from here, it looks like it's just regular armor crafting. Yeah, regular armor crafting, so that's 5, 13, 20, 24 fibers, which is going to be 6 of these that we need to get. 6 of these Mage Bloom things. And as you can see there, it looks like it is coming in very nicely. Should be just one more growth stage. Trying to water on the side so I don't automatically harvest it. I want to see what it looks like when it's fully grown. There we go. That is fully grown Mage Bloom. And if we can't right click, I think no, it just doesn't work like other crops. You have to left click to do it. We do get a seed back and we get a single Mage Bloom, which gets us 4 fiber. Okay. And then we just got to keep growing these. Trying to think, is it worth using our source gems to get more of these seeds, though? Well, let's see. What all can we use fiber for? We use it for runic chalk. I can't imagine needing a whole lot of that. Blank parchment might be important, though. And blaze fiber. That's probably like the next tier, right? Yeah, that gets the arch robes, or the mage robes. Okay, but hold on. Let's double back. Let's see what uses the actual mage bloom has. We can make berry pie, tablet of overgrowth, and you can make pink dye from it. So it might be worth having at least 8 of these. Like just a small little crop plot here to do it. Alternatively, I wonder if I can take a hopper botany pot and do it. We'll try this one, since we aren't actually using this one. And we'll see if this just automatically grows with it. We'll plop it down there for now. I don't know if magical soil will be right for it. Oh, it is, and it's working. We can just automatically grow this now. That's actually really good. So yeah, no need for 8 of these. We'll just use this. That being said, though, I don't want it going into my main materials chest. So we will make a separate chest for it right here. We don't need the water anymore for it. And we will just set it up right here. All right. Didn't that harvest one of them? Oh, so it's not working. It's growing it in the pot. But when it goes to harvest... Oh, it is. What? Maybe it's not guaranteed? That is very strange. So it is working, it's just not working every time. Let's see, maybe if we... What is this saying to use? It's saying to use pretty much any block in the botany pot. Well, I guess we'll just keep it like this, and we'll just hope it works more often than not. Alright, so we do have enough to go ahead and make ourselves some robes. And then we'll need the hood, leggings, and boots. After that, we'll get into the spell books, and we'll have a pretty basic setup for all of this going, which is very nicely done. It is giving us seeds, though. So definitely using the source gems was not a good idea. So I'm glad we did not do that. Let's see, we'll just keep crafting this as we get more. Go ahead and make a pair of boots. And wait for the next one. While we're waiting on that, we can go ahead and look into the spell book. What do we need for this? Oh, that seems simple enough. It's just a book with the basic iron tools. I don't know what the difference is between these two, but we need 2, 5, 6, 9 iron in order to get this. I think that should be close to what we need for... That is exactly what we need for the rest of the armor. There we go. We got the full novice robe set. I don't know if I really want to wear it, though. Like, what are the perks to wearing this? It's not going to be as good defense-wise as my Supremium stuff. Let's see. Better casting looks like magical armor. They provide additional mana and bonus mana regen. To cast the largest and most powerful spells, you'll need a mana pool bigger than a beginning spellcaster. Each piece of armor will provide a bonus, and each tier provides a greater bonus than previous. To begin crafting armor, you will need to obtain mage blooms. We've done that. That's how to get the next fiber, which makes the next set. And that's how to get the third fiber to get the third Archmage set. Simple enough. So I guess this gives us mana when we equip it. The defense definitely isn't as good on it. I think the mana is that blue bar under our XP, which is kind of confusing because I have this astral sorcery thing, which kind of lights up the whole XP bar as the mana for it, so it uses a different mana system than astral sorcery, which is very strange, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We hardly use this mana anyway, so I'm going to unequip that for now so it doesn't get damaged while I'm wearing it. We need to go get some iron and make this spell book. That should be enough. Just grab one block. We got wood on us to make tools. That's good. Alright. How many sticks are we going to need? 1 log's worth should be fine. Let's see. We need a pickaxe and a shovel and an axe. And then we need a sword. We also need to make a book. We need to make a book, which is going to take leather that we don't have. And paper. Paper's easy. Leather, on the other hand, we'll have to make some. Cow essence should be in the back corner here. I'm going to assume we just need 3. It's just along the top, no? There we go. That's enough, right? Actually, I don't remember how to make a book. Of course, it's not one of the first recipes here. Here, let's go ahead and make the paper first and check that. Oh my god, there's so many. I just want to know how to make a book. Let's see. Book. It's 3 paper and a leather. So we actually didn't need to make leather. That's fine. We have a little more for next time. I did that backwards. There we go. Now we got it. All right, we got the book. Let's pop in those. And we got our novice spell book here. There's a crafting mode. So I guess these are the glyphs that we already have, and we craft the spells from here. Oh, this is also like it's our documentation now, so I guess we don't need the worn book. We can just use this. Okay. Well, I want to keep the worn book, just because. I guess the next logical step would be to start making all of these glyphs so we can start making spells and stuff. I don't know when we should start working on these summoning crystals. I mean, that looks like something that I can make now. Do I want to? I don't know. And the ritual brazier. That too looks like something that I can start making now. Maybe we'll save that for next time after I read up on this a little more. We also have the source jar. So this is for glyphs and rituals. Powers devices like the glyph press. Okay, so we might actually need that while we're making glyphs. For now, that's the first thing we're making here, a glyph press. We need a block of iron, a piston, 5 arcane stone, and 2 regular stone. Okay, we got the arcane stone. We how much iron did we need? We need a block of iron. Right. Okay. We also need to make a piston, which we'll see if I remember how to do that. We don't have any stone left over, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of these. I'm sure rocky stone should work. And now a piston. That needs redstone. I think it's 3 iron, more stone, and wood. I can never remember how to make a piston immediately. So I'm just going to do it the easy way and look it up. Oh, the rocky stone isn't going to work. Okay, that means it won't work for the other thing either. Maybe the scoria will work? Scoria works. Okay. We got a piston. What else did we need? We got the block, that, and that. That should be enough. Okay. So glyph press. Oh, I can't do it from there. Okay. No, I didn't want to add you to that. Where's my... There it is. Okay, let's see if I can remember this. It's those there. If anything, I'll have to switch the piston and the iron block, which I do. Or do I? What do I have wrong here? Oh, it needs refined stone, I think. Which might be an issue. Where's my stone? Here it is. Polished isn't gonna work. I don't know which of these will work, honestly. Dolomite, Gabbro, Soapstone would have worked. Scoria stone. Don't I have that? I have Scoria cobblestone. Will Scoria work? Ah, Scoria works. Okay, we got it. All these different kinds of stones, some of them work, some of them don't work. It's a little annoying at times, but we got it figured out. We'll just plop this bad boy down here. We got our glyph press. Okay. Now, I don't know how this works. Let's see, glyph press, getting started. These are all the spells that we already started with. We got break, which it breaks to harvest iron and lower materials, I guess. You can use that as, instead of a pickaxe maybe, just cast the spell and it'll break it. Harm, which again, cast a spell, it'll damage enemies instead of a sword. Haste, just gives you speed. Light creates a permanent light source when used on a block. That's kind of cool. And you can cast it on entities to grant night vision. Okay, this is all stuff I don't want to get too into right now. I'll read up on it in between. Let's see. Accessing new spells requires a special machine. Blah, blah, blah. Creating a glyph will require a special form of magical clay, a regent for the spell, and a nearby source provided by a source jar. Okay. To use the glyph press, first place your clay into the press. Okay, so we'll start then by trying to make the magic clay, which is clay, a source gem, and 2 redstone. I know there's a lot of back and forth between my materials, and I apologize for that. I wanted to put it over there. Damn, I used all my clay to make the botany pots. That's fine. I needed multiple redstone. Let's just grab all of that because we're going to be making a lot of magical clay. And is there clay down here for us? There's some clay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab all of it that's visible here. And we'll get this little deposit too. That way we have plenty to work with for now. Alright. Let's head over and start learning about the glyph press. Let's see, it was something like this. What was... It was a source gem. Yep, there we go. We got magic clay. Get rid of that stick. And I'm assuming we put this on the press. Okay. Step 1 completes. Alright, then use the reagent provided on the press. I'm guessing the reagent is different per rune. So I think self wouldn't, well, no, projectile. I want like a good damaging spell, which means I would have to use it on other enemies, so projectile would be good to start with. And for that, it looks like I need a bow for it. Okay. So a bow must be the regent, meaning we need some string. And I need to get rid of a lot of these materials that are clogging up my inventory. I don't know where I got sand from. Just throw that back in there. Throw some of this back because I couldn't use it anyway. Okay. 4 sticks, that's fine. A bow is something like this, right? Yep. And we take this bow and we need to get the source first before we put the bow in. Okay. But we got the bow. If there is enough source nearby, the press will begin crafting. It can be provided by a nearby source jar. It can be automated using hoppers, blah blah blah. We don't really care about that part. This tells you how to make everything, all the different clay types, the actual press itself. Easy enough. But we need to learn about the source jar now. There's a source jar and a potion jar. And I'm assuming these are just better versions that you unlock with the mage and archmage levels. So we'll just focus on the source jar for now. It is 7 glass and an arcane stone. Seems easy enough. Let's go ahead and plop that in. And we got our source jar. This needs to be nearby. We'll just put it there for now. That should be close enough, theoretically, right? Now, how do source jars work? Source. Special resource that must be gathered using devices in the world. Okay, to begin gathering source, you need a source jar and a source link. Okay. The agronomic source link generates source from nearby crop and tree growth. Bonus mana is generated from magical plants, such as mage blooms, source berry bushes, and arcwood saplings. It will be output from the source link to nearby jars within 5 blocks. Bone milling crops will not grant source. So will this work with my botany pot here? So I can just slowly generate source from growing this here. We're going to try that. We need 2 source gems, 2 gold, and a wheats. Need to go get some wheat. There we go. We got plenty. Let's see. I think it was laid out like this. It was. We got an agronomic source link. Okay. So, I think the idea... Let's go ahead and put that up. We don't need that. We're gonna tear this down. Oh my god, we already got so many. And we're gonna put this right here. Put that there, put that in the middle. And then put this on top of the chest so it automatically does its thing. And we'll see if this grows. If I have this right, this should gain mana from that growing nearby. Which looks like it did, which fills the source. It shows some, but it also shows 0% full. So while that is a constant source of mana, it will also stop whenever this chest is full. And it is very slow. After growing 2 crops, it still shows 0%. So it's good and bad. What does the other one do? The volcanic. There's also a potion jar that I haven't really looked into. I'm not really interested in potions in these mods because they're pretty basic in what they do. Let's look at the volcanic source link. Lava bucket, 2 gold, 2 source gems. Seems pretty simple. What'd it do, though? By consuming burnable items, Arcwood logs will generate bonus mana, with blazing Arcwood generating the most. As the volcanic source link produces heat, it also produces source, used for spawning lava lilies and converting stone into lava. Okay, so I don't know about the lava lilies, but I'm seeing a sort of system here. If we can automatically grow Arcwood, then that'll use the agronomic source link. And then if we can somehow automatically harvest them and put them into the volcanic source link, then that will give more source from that. So we'll be getting source from two sources, which seems really ideal. So that might be the system we go for. I just don't know if it'll let us automatically harvest in this mod or if we'll have to find another way to do it. It's 2% full. It's getting there. For now, let's go get that lava bucket. And we'll make this source link. Let's see. Fire essence in the back here. We just need 4 of them. And with the bucket, we just place these here. That's wrong. There we go. That's our lava bucket. That goes in the middle. Gold on the side. Source gems on the top and bottom. We got our volcanic source link. And we'll place this behind it here. Now, we don't have the arcwood to burn in it, so we can find something else. Do I have any coal or charcoal? If I do, I am blind and I do not see it. That's fine. We can make some. Let's see. Coal crop. Alright, we're just gonna take a stack of it, because why not? And I believe it's 8 around, yep. And we'll go ahead and convert this into blocks while we're here too. We'll try feeding this thing an entire block. Sorry, have a itch in my throat. We'll try feeding it an entire block. That is obviously not how we do it, is it? I think that did it. Oh yeah, oh my god, it's really shooting up. It's suddenly 24%, 30% from one block. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Still, that's really good though. So we just throw it down and it goes up 10, 14. It seems very inconsistent, but it is still a lot more than the agronomic is doing. So how much do we need for this? I'm assuming 44 is enough, right? It is. Get to see it in action, and we now have our glyph of projectile. How do we use it? Once you have tamed a glyph, simply use it with a spellbook in your inventory in order to write the glyph to the book. So I'm guessing we just... Or no, we right-click use it while we have the spellbook here? Oh. I already know this spell, apparently. So I have self-touch and projectile, harm, and break. I feel like that's kind of dumb because it still wants me to craft these. So I'll just have extras now. That's kind of dumb, right? Oh well, it is what it is. We made our first glyph, and we're getting a good idea and understanding of this mod so far, which is very nice. I'm gonna just throw this in the bottom corner there. Let's see. I want to actually try and make a spell. So by form, I guess we choose one of each of these. So we want a projectile of harming. And we'll call it baby's first spell. Creates. It's here. 1, baby's first spell. Now, how do we use it? I have way too much stuff in my... Oh, I think I just used it. Yeah, I just right-clicked on the ground and I used it. Okay. We're going to put some of this stuff up and we're going to equip our armor here. Our novice stuff. Okay, so you need the spell book in order to cast the spell. And oh, I don't want to. I want to open the book. How do I open the book and not cast it? That might be a small issue that I'll have to figure out. But I mean, we got the spell made. Where are some monsters? I think, if I remember right, this hammock here will let me sleep to nighttime. Or I could have used it on the squids there. No, we'll use it on some actual monsters. Baby's first spell. I move so slow without my good armor. This is kind of upsetting. But it's fine. It's all in the science of testing some new magic spells. So if I got this right, this might actually be really cool. You can just kind of combine a lot of these. So I'm guessing the purple ones are the forms, and the blue ones are the effects. But then, like, you got these orange ones up here too, which are a different thing that I'm assuming can be added on top of those. So maybe you can make some pretty overpowered spells with this thing. That's actually really cool. I like the idea of it. And as far as I can tell, all of this other stuff here just goes into making more and more powerful spells. Like, you need the armor to get more mana, I guess, to cast the spells. You need the better spell books to maybe unlock these, I don't know. And of course, you need the source links and the glyph press to make the spells. All this stuff, though, I have no idea what this is. We'll get into that in an episode or two. Who wants to die first? I'm not gonna try it against the boss mob that just spawned. Has my volume been muted this whole time? Weather is off. I just realized, like, I didn't even hear that lightning strike. I really don't want to try it against the wolf guy there because they're kind of dangerous. If I can lure out this spider, though, that would be ideal. Oh my god, it has long range on it. And it's actually kind of powerful, too. Maybe I should try it on this boss mob here. I'm not even hitting him. Oh, I am. There we go. I can't one-hit the brute guy. But I can one-hit just about everything else. Yeah, I can kill stuff without even getting close to it. There he is. Now he's aggro. Okay, cool. So it's our first spell, but it's actually pretty powerful. I am satisfied with that. And it makes me even more excited to jump into the rest of this and see what I can make. There's my sleeping bag. Let's go ahead and sleep to daytime. And I'm trying to think, what else can we do in this first episode just for basics? Gonna re-equip my Supremium stuff, as it is Supreme. Let's see. Next time might just be glyph making. There's gonna be a lot of glyph making, I can already tell. It could be glyph making, it could be figuring out a better source. That actually... We hardly used any source to make this bow, so it might not be as bad as I thought. I'm sure, like, higher tiers use a lot more source. But maybe not. Summoning crystal. We can actually make a summoning crystal. But I want to know what it does first, before I just make it. Let's see. Automation. That looks like a summoning crystal. They provide source, resources, and tasks to special magical creatures like sylphs. Placing a chest next to a summoning crystal will provide a place for summoned creatures to store their items. Okay, I think I'm getting it. They will require source to interact with the world. Place a source jar within the vicinity and begin providing it with source. To begin your first automation, see the entry on the sylph charm. So I think we use the summoning crystal to get sylphs. And then the sylphs, I might be able to have harvest a tree and put the tree in the volcanic source link. But then the tree will also be giving me agronomic source, and that might be the way to automate this. I'm starting to see into it, how it works. Um, yeah, let's try and make a summoning crystal, because why not? The Sylph Charm, that's what it said I needed, right? Found exclusively in forested areas. They can be given a home in the world and will begin producing natural materials, including wood, crops, seeds, and flowers that exist around them. Wild sylphs can be befriended and will drop sylph shards if a tree is grown near them. Those things, I've seen a lot of those in the Botania world. Okay. Use a sylph charm on a summoning crystal, and they consider their home to be 10 blocks in any direction from the summoning crystal. They require source to operate and will only generate items if there is a chest placed next to a summoning crystal. You can get your charm back by using Dispel on a sylph. They may be giving orange, yellow, white, or green dye. They must be happy, and their mood is determined by the number and diversity of natural materials in their home. Okay. So they spawn blocks. They don't actually harvest, I guess. But then we got other stuff like carbuncles, bookworms, drigmies, wixies. There's so much stuff here. And then we got rituals too. There's so much going on. Tell you what, we're gonna end the episode off a few minutes early, just a few, because I don't want to go down this rabbit hole this episode. I'm going to read up on it in between episodes and figure out what I'm doing next time. It might just be a bunch of glyph making, getting through all of this, or it might be setting up automation. I feel like automation should be set up before we start the glyph making. But either way, we got all the basics done this time around, and I'm excited on what's to come from this mod. Just the basics are great to me. Making all these spells, I'm gonna enjoy it. Also, I need to figure out how to open this book. Quick craft, V to quick select. Okay, that's how we change our spells. That's nice and all, but how do I open the book? I'll figure that out in between episodes. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.